Okay guys, we are going to start this cake out by, we are going to cream our butter, which is at room temperature. You can see that's real soft. Very important for baking recipes. We are going to add our oil and our sugar. And we're going to cream this until very, very smooth. So we're going to put this on a medium, low to medium. Okay, as you can see, it's nice and creamy. We're going to scrape everything down, make sure there's nothing stuck at the bottom. We are going to add the eggs one at a time and making sure that we beat it real well before the next one goes in. Okay, we're going to shut this off, and again, very important to scrape everything off the sides and the bottom of the bowl. And now we're going to beat this for about 2 minutes till it's real nice and fluffy. Okay, this is real nice and airy. Scrape everything back down. We are going to add our vanilla. Mix this. Now we're going to start adding in our flour mixture. Here I have the flour, the salt, and the baking powder, and I gave it a good whisk. And here I have the buttermilk. Now, I didn't have buttermilk in my refrigerator, so you can make your own. 1 cup of whole milk and 1 tablespoon of vinegar, white vinegar. Okay, and then you let it sit for a while, and there's your buttermilk. Okay, so I'm going to start spooning in the flour mixture. And this is the part that we don't want to overbeat, okay? So I'm going to put in the flour, give it a little mix, and incorporate a little bit of the buttermilk. Okay, and as soon as you see that it starts to mix, add some more flour. Done. The rest we can just mix it by hand with the spatula. I'm going to take this off and bring y'all back over to the counter. Okay guys, we're going to move on to the next step. This batter is for 2 8-inch cake pans. What I like to use for my cake pans are these even strips. I will have them linked below. They are wonderful for you if you do a lot of baking. What you do is you soak them in water and then you just wring them out like this, and you wrap them around the outside of your pan, just like that. And they have these little loops here that'll help you keep them in place. Just like that. Tie it up as tight as you can to keep it in place. And then put it in through the other loop. Just like that. And what this does is it keeps the cake from crowning so that it doesn't poof up in the middle like that, and you don't have to slice it off in order to stack them, okay? So you don't waste any cake. And they do work, guys. They're wonderful. So I am going to spray my pan, even though I am going to use a parchment liner on this, okay? And I will have all these items linked below, guys. You know, they're pretty inexpensive, and they sure make your life easier. And I am going to spray this anyway, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, just like that. Easy peasy. Give it a good spray. Put in our liner. Okay, set this aside. And like I said, they come in little packages like this. They have different sizes. If you have a larger square pan, you can put the 2 of these together to go around the rectangle pan. They're wonderful, and like I said, very inexpensive. Okay, now here I melted 4 ounces of milk chocolate. You can use dark chocolate if you want. I did it in the microwave. I put it in for 30 seconds. I gave it a good stir, another 20 seconds, and we're done. I let it cool. It's completely cool. And what we are going to do is we are going to take half of our batter. It doesn't have to be precise, guys. It's just try to get at least half. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Now, we are going to add the chocolate to this portion of it to make our marble cake. Okay, now this, we are going to fold it in until it's completely incorporated, or it's completely chocolate. Okay, there you go. It's completely chocolate now. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 spoons and we are going to dollop in our cake pans. We're going to go with the white and then we're going to put in the chocolate and just alternate it. Does not have to be perfect because we are going to mix this up in a bit. Okay, and then you go with the white again. Try to put the white on top of the chocolate and vice versa. So this way when you mix it, it really gets that marble effect. And I'm just dividing it into both pans to try to get it as even as possible. Now we will do the chocolate. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little butter knife or a skewer, whatever you have, and you're just going to run it back and forth like this. Try not to touch the bottom so you don't mess up the parchment paper. Okay, just like that. And then we do the next one. Back and forth, and then back and forth like this. And that gives you a nice marble effect. And then give it a good tap on the counter. Just like that. And I can see they're pretty much level. I'm going to take off these little bits we have here so it doesn't bake over. Okay, I'm going to pop these into a 350-degree oven. I'm going to start checking it at about 25 minutes. Everybody's oven is different, so please check your own settings. Okay, I will be back in a few minutes, guys, to show you exactly what this looks like when it comes out. Doesn't that look good? Not even baked yet. Okay, guys, we'll be back. Okay, guys, the cake is out of the oven, and all you do is do a toothpick test. If it comes out clean, you're good. I did leave them in there for 40 minutes and they're clean. It has a little bit of crumble, that's okay. You don't want to over bake them. And I'm going to leave them here to cool for about 15 minutes and then I'm going to turn them over on the cooling racks until they're completely cool. And we are going to move on to the frosting, the buttercream frosting that I'm going to make for this recipe. So I'll be back in a while after these are completely cool. Okay guys, we are going to start the icing, and the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to sift our sugar, our powdered sugar. Okay, and don't skip this step, because this step here, if you don't sift it, you're going to have a hard time getting that icing smooth and you're going to tend to overbeat it. So don't skip this step, it's quite important. Just takes a couple of seconds anyway. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, or second thing we're going to do, is we're going to beat the butter, and it needs to be at room temperature. And we're going to beat this until very, very smooth and creamy. Okay, we're going to stop it and we're going to scrape everything down again. Very important. Okay, now we are going to add in our vanilla and our salt. And I'm going to start spooning in the sugar a little at a time. And I'm going to add in a little bit of the heavy cream and we're going to mix it. Okay, now we are going to add in our chocolate. We're going to scrape all this down again. And we're gonna add in our chocolate. Okay, we're gonna add in our chocolate. A little bit more cream. We're gonna add the rest of the cream. Mix this until it's well incorporated. Okay, adding the powdered sugar. Okay, now this is the last time we should scrape this down because we're just gonna give it a good mix. Okay, and that's it. There it is. Look at that. Nice and creamy. Okay, I'm gonna take this out and we're gonna start assembling the cakes. Okay guys, we're gonna cut the cake. I'm gonna show you. You see how the cakes don't crown? They don't poof up here in the middle with those bands for the pans. I just love those things. Okay, what we are going to do is I'm gonna cut each cake in half. So just try to get it as even as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then I have a 8-inch cake board here. I'm going to put this on my little turntable, and what we're going to do, look at that. You see the marbling? Doesn't that look delicious? So what we're going to do is we're going to put the cut side down on the board, just like that, and then we're going to frost each layer. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Let me cut the other cake so we can have it ready. Okay guys, we're going to frost our cake. I just put a paper towel under the round so that I wouldn't get it dirty. Thin layer of icing in between each layer of cake. If you want it thicker, you can make it thicker. That's totally up to you. Okay, and then we get another layer and we put it down like that. Just make sure it's even, and I do the same thing. Another layer of icing. Okay, then we get another cake. Okay, then I put this face down. Make sure it's even. And then the last layer, just make sure that your last layer, take off all the crumbs, that the smooth side is facing upward so you can have a nice smooth top. Just like that. Okay, now that we have all the 4 layers sitting, now you can start frosting the sides or whatever makes it easy for you. So just frost it any way you want to. If you want to do the top, that's fine. There's no right way or wrong way, I think. Okay, and that's it. You just even it out however you wish. And if you want to put some sprinkles on it, that's totally up to you. I am going to leave it just like it is. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit and we're going to cut it so you can see how pretty the inside looks. Look at that. Look at how tall that is. Okay guys, I'll be back. We're going to get ready to cut this cake. Okay guys, here is the completed cake. I'm going to give it a slice so you can see what it looks like on the inside. See if we can get a nice clean slice. Hold it up here so you can see it. Anyway, it's my piece. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Scrumptious. And it shows you all the layers in between with the icing. I'm going to lay it down because it wants to fall down. It's too high. Okay guys, that's it for the cake. Look at that. I hope you can see that. The marbling on the inside. Super scrumptious, nice and creamy icing all the way around. Okay guys, that's going to conclude the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, the button's right there. and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if you would please share this video, it sure would help us a lot get recognized on the algorithm on YouTube. And please go visit us on Facebook and Instagram at Virtual Kitchen with Laura. Okay guys, the recipe, as you know, will be listed in the description box below, and all the items I use will be there as well. Okay, thank you guys for watching my videos. Talk to y'all later. Bye.